Want to know how to save thousands of dollars when buying a new RV? In this video, we're going to share 5 steps we use to save thousands.
Even tens of thousands.
Yeah, it was tens of thousands we saved when we bought our new RV last week.
And stay tuned to the very end of this video where we'll give you one negotiating tip, an additional tip, to teach you how to break a stalemate.
Bonus! Welcome back to Mountain Beaches. I'm Norm.
And I'm Kim, and we're living the life we love. And in this video, we're going to share 5 steps on how you can save tens of thousands on buying an RV.
And one additional step at the very end to teach you how to break a stalemate in a negotiation. Also at the very end, we have our new hats, and we're giving away the hat to the winner of the contest from the Bigfoot video that we had a couple of weeks ago. So stay tuned.
Woohoo!
Okay, so here's our 5 steps that we used to save tens of thousands of dollars last week when we bought our new RV. And we're not telling you what that is yet.
Yeah, you gotta wait till the next video.
Yeah, next or maybe even the one after, but we bought a new RV and we used these and we saved money.
And we are excited.
Yeah.
We have no buyer's remorse. It's been, we signed the papers. We've got to go pick it up tomorrow, but so far, hun.
No, this is what we want,
yeah,
and this is what we got, and we got a great deal. We used these steps and we saved money, and you can too. So we're going to share those with you because we want you to share when you go buy your next one. So the very first step is, to most people, you might think of it's a no-brainer, but I've heard some people fail on this step. So I just want to get this first one out of the way. Never, ever, ever pay full list price. Never. Never.
Tell me how you really feel.
Never. The RV dealers aren't even expecting you to pay that price. Most of the time you talk to them and you ask them what the price is, and they'll say, whatever it is, $60,000. But of course that's not your price.
Right.
A lot of them will say. But I have heard of some people.
We have heard. We've been on different Facebook pages and different places where people have paid full MSRP, and that's just like, you just want to cry for them.
Yeah, it breaks your heart when you hear that somebody got taken like that. So it's kind of a no-brainer, but maybe it's not. So don't ever pay full price. You can expect to get at least 10 to 20 to even 30% or more. Depending on the rig and the demand. You can get that kind of a discount on any new RV.
Yep.
So don't pay list price. That's number 1. Number 2, research.
Oh my gosh, we have researched and talked and researched and talked and researched. This has been going on 4 months.
Yeah, all year.
Yeah.
All year. Our very first video that we released, I think in February, we talked about the RV dilemma. And should we keep what we have? Should we buy a used one? Should we buy new? The price different? We didn't know what to do. And we've done several videos since then on different RVs that we've been very, very interested in. And each one we fell in love with at the time as we were doing it.
Yeah.
And so do your research. Research, research, research. That's step number 2, because you're going to come away knowing what the price is that you should and can pay. So what kind of research do you do?
Well, we watched lots and lots of videos. We watched lots and lots of YouTube videos. What else?
We also joined various Facebook forums of the various brands that we were interested in, and people would just share. They'd say, hey, I bought a new this. And then somebody else would say, well, what did you pay? What kind of discount did you get? People were free to share that information. We learned a ton on Facebook of what reality was when people were shopping for a new RV. So that was probably our best.
That was one of them, yeah. And then you're really good about getting online and researching different prices at different dealers and talking to their online salespeople and just going down that route, so you have actual numbers written down of what dealers are willing to offer you at that point online when you're just at that step, to use that when you go to another dealer and say, hey, this dealer said they would give me that much.
Right, right. So that's kind of peeking ahead into one of the future steps.
I do that.
But in the research phase, and that is tied in with the research, but the next step that I did on our research was searching RV Trader. RV Trader isn't just for used RVs. There's a lot of new RVs out there as well, and you'll see what the price is. That they'll have their list price, and then they'll have a sales price, and chances are they're going to go even lower than that sales price. So you can get a good feeling for where these RVs that you're interested in are sitting. Then there's another way to do it, and we did a couple of these. That's RV shows. So you go to the RV shows, and they will always have a sale price. And if you kind of listen in what's going on in the negotiations,
you eavesdrop. So we went to this was so fun. We went to the show and we sat inside one of the trailers that we were really,
this was totally by accident.
Yeah, but it worked. We were inside one of the fifth wheels we were really interested in, and we were sitting at the back, and right below us outside the window was one of the main salespeople making a deal on that particular trailer with someone else.
The exact trailer we were sitting in.
Yeah.
The window was open, and we were sitting.
We were eavesdropping bad.
Our feet were tired, and so we were just taking a rest. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, we weren't really eavesdropping. We were just sitting there, and we could hear everything being said, and we could hear the prices going back and forth on the exact rig we were sitting in, and we knew the price that it sold for. And so it's like, I'll log that and keep that in the memory banks for later use. Yeah.
Yep.
So RV shows are a great resource. RVTrader.com online, and just the forums, the Facebook forums. You'll get a ton of information from those three: research, research, research. Know what you're shopping for.
I think that's one of the most important steps.
Yeah, yeah. So then we get into what Kim was just talking about, and this one you can do without ever even leaving the comfort of your own home. You get online and you go to a dealer's website, and you tell them what you're interested in, and you say, what can I buy this for? This is the exact model I'm interested in. What's your best price you will give me? And it's not always their best price, but at least it gets in the ballpark. And you do that with 2 or 3 competing dealers. And now you have a good idea of, in your area, where that price is going to be. And then you go to the one that you want to shop with, and you say, hey, this is my price. Can you hit it?
Yeah. Is this workable?
Yeah. Is this going to work for you? And me, I'm a business owner, and I realize that as a business owner, I have to make a profit. I realize they have to make a profit. So I'm not trying to get every last penny out of them. I'm not trying to get it below their price. They're still making a profit. They're not going to sell it below what they know they can sell it for. But I want to get as close to that bottom number as I possibly can to save as much as I can. They're still making money. I'm getting a good deal. It's a win-win. And so if you go in knowing, you can sometimes put one dealer against the other and say, hey, I got this number from the other dealer. Can you match it? And they'll let you know, yes or no.
Yep.
And so that's a great negotiating tip as well.
Now, I have to say, Norm is the negotiator. He does not mind negotiating. I think he kind of enjoys it, and I am not. So at about this time, he's not feeling uncomfortable, but I kind of remove myself a little bit and let him do the negotiating because it's not my thing. I get uncomfortable with it, but he does it in such a way that there's no confrontation. Because we are business owners, we know that they have to make a profit.
You want it to be a win-win.
Right.
That's the best way, so that you leave happy, the dealer leaves happy, you got a good deal, they made some money, and you got the trailer you wanted.
And you make a relationship with that dealer, because most often that's where you're going to go back to for repairs, for any problems, different things, and you don't want to leave with them feeling bad about you or you feeling bad about them. So it's about making a relationship.
Right. which brings us into the next negotiating point. Don't be afraid to walk away. You tell them what your number is, and they'll let you know whether they can hit it or not. If they say no, don't be afraid to walk away. You have other dealers you can go to, but remember this. They may call you back as well. 2 or 3 days later, they might just call you back. Make sure you leave them your phone number. Leave on good terms, but leave them your phone number. Maybe a couple of days later, they'll think about it and say, yeah, we'd just as soon have that
sale.
That extra sale. We need that extra inventory sale to hit our quota or whatever.
Right.
And so they might call you back and say, okay, we'll do it. But you can go to the next dealer on your list as well and, go through those same steps.
Yep. Sometimes it's hard not to get emotionally attached.
Yeah.
You finally find the one RV that you've been looking at and you've been researching, and you come upon that one that's got all the amenities that you are looking for. So it's hard not to get emotionally attached, but honestly, there are thousands of RVs out there, and the one that you're looking for will come around again.
Right. And so kind of tied into don't be afraid to walk away. This is tip number 5. Is know what you want. Know exactly what you want. Not just the model, but also any extras that you want on it. Make sure that's what you're negotiating on. Go into the dealer, tell them what you want. They may say, oh, we had that one yesterday, but it sold, so let me show you this other model. Well, now you're not prepared for that. You don't know anything about that other model.
Or other brand.
You haven't done your
right?
research. And so that is an opportunity for them to now have a leg up on you on the negotiating, because you don't know. You don't know the information. You don't know what it should sell for. So don't get tricked into that one where they say, oh, well, this one's just like it. Maybe you're looking at a Jayco. Hey, maybe you're looking at the Jayco and they don't have it. And so they say, well, we have this instead. Don't fall for that. If they don't have exactly what you're looking for, say, thanks, we'll come back another day, and go back and do your research, and maybe you go to a different dealer. Maybe the other rig that they have is an even better rig, but you don't know. You have to go back and do your research, find out all the details about it, find out the price, and make an informed decision at that point.
And I think that's probably for us, I'm going to tell secrets.
She does that. She's always...
I'm always telling secrets.
Yeah.
But for us, deciding what that was, what we really wanted.
The what?
The what? Oh my gosh, it would change hour by hour.
It did. It changed by minutes some days.
We would be up camping in our Coug, and we're like, okay, we're just going to keep this.
We're not selling.
We're not selling. We love it. We've remodeled it. We're not selling. And then the next morning, we're like, okay, what do you think? Oh, we're selling.
We're selling.
For whatever reason. And it took us a really long time to finally hone in on what it was that was going to work for us in our situation at this point in time.
But
so
we did it.
We did it.
We made that decision.
We finally made the decision.
Well,
and that might change down the road when we use this rig for a while, but I don't think so.
No. We found
I
the one
think
we
really
love.
we found the one that we love, and it's going to work really well for us.
Yeah. So we're set, and down the road, a couple of years, maybe our needs will change, and so something would work better for us at that time, but we're going to love what we bought. We're just not telling you yet.
Yeah.
So, oh, and by the way, don't you just love this hat? This new Mountain Beaches embroidered hat. We've spent extra money because we got way too many colors in our logo, so we're giving one of these away here in a few minutes.
Yep.
All right, we have a bonus tip.
We do have a bonus tip. Go for it.
Okay, we didn't have to use this one, but this is a tip that my dad taught. My dad was a negotiator. He worked for a large corporation,
and that was his job.
That was his job. He was a negotiator for parts, and so he taught me indirectly more so than directly. But this negotiating tip is called split the difference. You might get to the point where the dealer's at one number and you're at another number and neither one of you is budging. the tip is you go in and you say, you know, maybe you're $1,000 off. Let's split the difference and we'll shake hands right now, close the deal.
Yep.
And that works a lot of time. Now, granted, you know, if you're way far apart,
It's
that's
not gonna work.
not going to work. But you get to where you're fairly close, and maybe they just can't feel like they can go that extra $1,000, and you feel like you just can't go that extra $1,000 up. Offer out. Let's split the difference.
And that goes to building a relationship too.
It
It's
does.
like, let's work together. Let's work together to make this sale, and it goes a long way.
It does. So the other little trick to that is when you say that, let's split the difference. You put your hand out to shake, and that's giving them the opportunity to make the decision right then and there. And that gesture alone oftentimes closes the deal. They'll shake your hand and they'll say, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And off you. We didn't have to use that when we bought our trailer last week, but it's a good one. It's a bonus tip for you. Save that one if you need it, if you're real close.